I don't want to play Bigelow. Sorry. Sorry, babe. I love you, but I don't want to play right now. Hello. Happy Tuesday. Happy Mars Day. Of course, I'm going to be talking about Mars today. I was supposed to do this yesterday, but I just wasn't feeling it. And what better way, what better day to talk about Mars than on a Tuesday, right? Um, I am just going to give it a couple of minutes for a couple of people to come into the room. Hey, cut it.
Stop it.
For those of you who don't know, my name is Shawnee. My business name is 11 Moons, hence my Instagram handle, 11 Moons 11. You can shop 11 Moons 11, that's the word 11 Moons, plural, the number 11.com for my products and services, where you'll find lip gloss, body butter, body oil, um, tarot readings, astrology, guidance, and all the things, massage, and all the things. So y'all can visit that again. That's 11moons11.com, the word 11 moons, the number 11.com. Hello, how are you doing this evening? Thank you. Y'all have no idea how nappy my hair was before I came online. Because I haven't combed my hair out in a few days, so I've just been letting it get bigger and bigger and bigger. That's what I do. I'll like braid it or bun it and stretch it out, and then I'll just let it get bigger and bigger and bigger and puff it out. And then I'll detangle it and wash it, which I'm getting ready to do. So this bun was perfect for detangling. Hey, Janae. Um, so yeah, that's the tea. Mars, I'm gonna be talking about, and then we're gonna be getting into some things. I know I want to do a collective reading at the end, but to be honest with you guys, I was unsure of what collective reading I wanted to do. So I was like, I'm just gonna wait and see what my energy says, how I'm feeling, and then I will do it. But I hope you all are feeling well. Um, so Mars. Today is Tuesday. Tuesday is ruled by Mars. Every day of the week has a planetary alignment. Tuesday just happens to fall into alignment with Mars. So, Mars represents how we take action, how we assert ourselves, how we compete, how we defend ourselves. Um, your Mars placement is going to be a strong indicator in where you fall in the fight or fight response category, as well as giving you some guidance to why you have certain triggers when it comes to feeling like you need to defend yourself or when it comes to actually taking action. So that is what Mars represents in our lives in layman's terms, okay? Again, your Mars placement, meaning not your sun sign, but where your Mars is going to determine these things. So you'll have to get your birth chart done. If you don't want to pay me to do your birth chart, you can go to Cafe Astrology. That is a website that I highly recommend to any and everyone. I love Cafe Astrology. I started with Cafe Astrology. That's what got me down the rabbit hole on my astrological journey and so on. So you can use that. Um, Mars is going to be strong if you have a Mars in Aries placement, Mars in Scorpio placement, or Mars in Capricorn placement. I am a Mars Scorpio. Um, and then it's going to be a little bit harder to work with the Martian energy if your Mars is in Cancer or Libra, simply because it's hard for you not to hold a sense of fairness and compassion, even when it's for the greater good of yourself. Because you want to always, with Cancers, it's more of balancing out the emotional scales, and with Libra, it's more of balancing out the mental and physical scales. And so, um, that is why it's harder to work with those energies. We're currently in Mars Aries, which is great. Mars is home in Aries. We're in Mars Aries retrograde. We are impatient, self-centered, and impulsive. Um, don't start fires just to watch shit burn. You want to be wise about the fires that you're starting during this time, because we're just feeling provoked, period. Like nobody's even has to do anything and we're feeling provoked. So we want to we want to use that energy, but use it wisely. Don't just start some shit to start some shit. Be strategic and methodical in your defense mechanisms. You want to be having a strong strategy about how you're defending yourself, about the actions that you're taking and how you're taking these actions. You don't just want to be doing shit like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this for this and this and this. Like, no, you want to have a method, have a science, have a compassion and a depth behind what you're doing. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. Okay. Um, Review how progressive your defense mechanisms are and adjust accordingly. So, since Mars is in retrograde, hello, Mars represents how we defend. So obviously, if that energy is moving backwards, we're gonna have to sit and review how we are defending ourselves. How do we feel the need to project protection of ourselves, and is it working for you? Is it effective? Is it burning bridges that don't need to be burnt? Is it putting you into positions that you need to be in? These are the questions that you need to be asking yourself during this retrograde. Review what triggers you to take action and how effective it's been. So if you're someone that wants to take action for everybody else and you're driven by everyone else's opinions of you and you want to prove other people wrong and that's you, okay, great. Fuel yourself up on that. Use that energy to your advantage. But at the same time, is it always working for you? If you're someone who needs outside motivation, then when it comes down to you not having anyone to look to do what you need to do, are you going to be able to do it? So you need to be asking yourself these questions, okay? Dispel ineffective patterns, pause and reflect before you take action is the key in this Mars retrograde energy. We also are really amplifying this energy because Mercury is in Scorpio. Scorpio is ruled by Mars and Pluto. So it's almost like putting a light on this energy and making it even more intense on us. Also, with Saturn and Jupiter being in Capricorn, it's intensifying these energies. So be careful with yourself. Be careful with the people that you love. You want to give yourself some patience and some grace to a certain extent. Excuse me. Okay. So I normally will talk all in all about the planet and gemstones and things and blah, blah, blah that you can use for the planet. But I'm not doing that tonight because Spirit has led me to talk about some other things. So that is what I'm going to talk about. So moving right along. We are in a time where we are being pushed to choose between fear and freedom, where we're being pushed to choose between love and fear, where we're being pushed to choose between connection and isolation, where we're being why do I keep saying that? Where we're being pushed to choose between it's everything is so duplicitous in black and white, and it's like we're being pushed to choose all these sides that don't involve choosing ourselves, and everyone is just falling for it. And I quite frankly am tired of the bullshit. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I'm tired of the bullshit. So tonight I'm gonna be speaking on it. So COVID-19 was engineered originally as an attack on our crown chakra and our root chakra. And I have said this in previous lives. You guys can go back and watch. I said it. It's an attack on the crown chakra and the root chakra. Why is this important? Well, The crown chakra, which is Jupiter energy, is going to govern our perception, our expansion, our ability to connect with spirit and source and know that we are abundant. Okay? Our wisdom to grow through our lessons and be graceful in those transactions. Okay? It's the inner knowing that we have of who we are and what we're capable of. You know what I'm saying? So again, crown chakra and root chakra, okay? Now, the root is the Mars energy, okay? It's defense, it's safety, it's security, it's self-esteem, it's sexuality. You know what I'm saying? If you're surrendering to the work that needs to be done to open and equalize your crown and root chakras during this time, you will notice an upsurge of open roads, of connectivity, of abundance, of resolution. If you are avoiding doing the work and shutting down because you're seeing things that you don't want to see and you're being faced with parts of yourself that you're not ready to deal with, you're going to be in chaos, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally speaking. And that's just that on that. Period. Like, I don't know any other way to really break that down and put that. But what I will tell you is our root chakra is being attacked from all the fear that's being pushed, all the division and the dysfunction that's being propagandized upon us. Everybody is being forced to choose sides between this and that, this and that, this and that, this and that, this and that. And no one is choosing themselves. And then if you are choosing yourself, you're choosing yourself to a toxic degree that you can't even connect with nobody else. And I'm just trying to figure out, at what point do we tap in and say, okay, I was brought here to this earth to be a human, and I need to figure out how to bring my divinity to my humanness and make those things, make the best use of those things instead of turning those things against each other. Like, I don't know when that became a thing, but I'm tired of seeing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, our livelihoods have been lost, families have been separated, truths have been revealed, traumas and dysfunction have been promoted and displayed to us on a regular basis, spoon-fed to us like babies being spoon-fed freaking baby food, you know. And it's just, inflation is rampant, everything is going up, jobs are limited, the state of the family is divided, and everything is in chaos and dysfunction. And not only are things in chaos and dysfunction, but it's being pushed into our faces every day that things are in chaos and dysfunction, chaos and dysfunction, chaos and dysfunction. Let me tell y'all something. My home is peaceful, okay? When I come in here, the energy is calm, it's cleansed, it's protected. So what I will not do is submit to an agenda that is being pushed to me to make me feel weak and make me feel scared and make me feel like I'm threatened and I cannot live a happy and fulfilled life. Because at the end of the day, here again, the root, the security, the stability, the basic need, and the crown, the expansion, the divinity, the source, are being attacked. And when you don't have that connection, you can't move. You stuck. And I'm seeing a lot of people stuck. I'm seeing a lot of situations stuck. And I just want y'all to wake up. I hate saying that. I hate saying woke, wake up. But I just want you guys to open your eyes to what the hell is going on. You know what I'm saying? The crown chakra is being attacked when it's the lies being pushed, the agendas being pushed, the pseudo information and consciousness being spread. You know what I'm saying? Right along with the limitation of life and fear spreading like a virus, spreading just like this COVID-19 virus that has been spreading. Hello to everyone that's just joining. So here we are under these spells of division, under these spells of dysfunction, just trapped with our hands tied in a cycle of complacency and compliance, complacency and compliance, complacency and compliance. And then you wonder why you can't get anywhere. And then you feed into the shit every day. You feed into this dysfunction and division, these spells of dysfunction and every day. Not even because you have to, but for the fuck of doing it. Because somehow we've gotten to the point as a society where we get off on upsetting each other, where we get off on putting each other down, where we get off on seeing one another struggle. At some point, that's where we are. And it's not about black or white or Hispanic or this. It's really about class and money, to be honest with y'all. That's really what it's about. At the end of the day, it's about money, class and money. If you're in a certain class and degree and you have a certain wealth bracket or wealth attachment to your family name and your bloodline, then you're living a different life. And if you don't, then you're not. And that's just, it doesn't matter what color you are. I'm not saying that black people don't have a plight in this country. We definitely do. And y'all know I'm a black woman and I'm all black power. And I will talk about that another day. But this is not what this live is about. So I'm not going to talk about that today. I'm talking to everybody. It don't matter if you black, white, green, orange, purple, blue. I don't care what color you are. This is affecting you because, again, our crown chakra and our root chakra is being attacked. And we are being basically asked to choose between freedom and fear. And it's scary to see that a lot of people are just submitting to this. There's some people that literally have not been anywhere outside of the grocery store. And really that's it since March. There are people who literally don't want their kids going to school, don't want their kids seeing family members without getting a COVID test. And I understand that you want to be safe. I agree with it. I'm not going to say that you shouldn't protect your children in the way that you see fit. What I will tell you is, do not put yourself in such a state of fear that you're afraid to connect, that you're afraid to get out. Because you're at that point limiting yourself and putting the handcuffs on yourself. You're becoming a prisoner and a slave of your own mind, of your own doing. And who wants to do that? So, you know, again, division and dysfunction are spells that will keep us trapped in compliance and complacency. And the media ritualistically pushes this spell. Y'all may think I sound crazy, but it's real. Just think about it. Just think about it and do your own research, okay? We have been bred to feed hurt, to feed anger, to feed fear, to feed envy, to demonize pleasure, to demonize fulfillment, to demonize wellness, health, in mind, body, and spirit. And it's like, why? 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 Don't y'all find that interesting? Alchemize the division and dysfunction into clarity, prosperity, and freedom. Okay? Alchemize the division and dysfunction into clarity, prosperity, and freedom. Okay? Alchemize the division and dysfunction into clarity, prosperity, and freedom. That is the work that you need to be doing during this time, especially with this Mars retrograde, Mercury retrograde, and the placements in Aries and Scorpio. And then we have Jupiter and Saturn in Capricorn. Spirit is not playing. It's saying do the work. Do the work. Take the action. Be accountable. Show up for yourself. Period. Do the work. Pull yourself out of the underworld, through the trenches. Find that person that you buried deep within yourself when you forgot who you are. Pull her up. Give her CPR and bring her back to life. That is what we are being called to do. And if you don't want to go through the rebirth process and you don't want to surrender, you don't want to submit, you want to keep being an asshole and basically fucking around with the bullshit, just keep on, okay? Just keep on. What'd you say, baby? Um, okay. That's all I have to say about Mars tonight, you guys. And I'm gonna say this, and then that's all I have to say. I'm gonna let y'all do readings. If y'all want to do readings, I'll do free readings for y'all tonight. And I'm still gonna be live tomorrow, and I'll still do free readings. And I'll just do a collective pull that I'm feeling called to do. But I do want to say this, okay? Spirituality is not a trend. It's not a thank you. Spirituality is not a trend. It's not a popularity contest. The spiritual realm is not a playground, okay? I know it's cute to be on Instagram with your crystals and your incense and your saging, and everyone wants to have this spiritual presence, and everyone wants to get tarot cards and divine, and I'm not advising you guys against that. I'm totally into going through your own journey, devoting yourself to your own spirituality and finding your own path. I'm 100% for that. I would never try to dictate to you what you should and should not be doing on your spiritual journey. But I will tell you this, okay? It's not a playground, the spiritual realm, and you need a spiritual team. So you need to start with your ancestors. I don't know why people are out here trying to teach divinity, trying to do readings, trying to do spells or any of that when you haven't venerated your ancestors. You haven't checked in with your ancestors. You haven't even figured out who your spiritual team is and who's working with you. You can't do that, because then that's when you get into a situation where things start to backfire and happen and you don't know what's going on, and then you want to run back to Jesus and say, oh, this stuff is the devil and I'm not doing this. No, you're not doing the work that you need to do to make sure that you're protected. Your bloodline is your lifeline when it comes to spiritual work, whether y'all want to believe that or not. So you can't sit up here and say, oh, I'm going to tap in with the Orishas, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, tapping into all these deities and demons, and then at the same time, you haven't even venerated and uplifted and offered anything to your ancestors. Because let one of these deities not like how you moving, feel like you're not honoring them in the correct way, and you don't really know what you're doing. And then some shit, like I said, backfires. Then you're going to be like, oh, this is the devil. It's these demons. And I'm running back to Jesus. Like, y'all, no. I'm not about to play with people in this microwave spirituality. I'm not about that. If you want to be about that, that's fine. But me, I'm not about that, okay? I'm not going to tell you all everything that I practice, but I will say I regularly commune with my ancestors and I fuck with the planets. That's what I will say, okay? And I'm not telling you to do what I do, but I will tell you, you gotta check in with your damn ancestors, period. If you're not checking in with your ancestors, you're setting yourself up for failure. You should be uplifting, honoring, praying, everything for your ancestors. It is by the magic of their blood that you are here. And you have a mission to complete here. So who better than to check with on that mission or for that mission than your ancestors? Everybody wants to skip the ancestral work and start working with deities and start doing this and start like, no, you cannot do that. You cannot. You will be mad every time. Period. Do some crown chakra work. Do some root chakra work. Get your crown chakra and your root chakra on the same page. Be honest with yourself during this Mars retrograde about the ways that you're defending yourself and if they're effective for you and if they're not, and the ways that the motivation behind your action and if it's effective and if it's not, and make the necessary adjustments, okay? Make the necessary adjustments. that's basically what this video was about. I know I'm basically fussing at y'all tonight, but I don't really care. Y'all need to hear this shit, so I'm gonna tell it. Okay. Um, that's it. That's all I have to say. Another thing that I will also say is you're only limited by your own mind. Okay. So I feel like the chakra system is kind of backwards in the sense that I feel like the crown chakra should be the first thing that we focus on, because when your perception and your mind are in the right place, then everything else can shift. But if your perception and your mind aren't where they need to be, then things can get stagnant and stuck. Okay, so here we are in the crown, and then once we solidify the perception mentally, once we solidify the vision mentally, and we clarify what needs to be done mentally, and we get into our bag mentally where we're like, I got this shit, the root comes with that. We can firmly plant our roots within that mental energy. So instead of thinking of it from a standpoint of I have to materialize this and stabilize that physically, start up here. Okay? Because this is your connection to source. This is the God in you. This is what brings you to creation, what brings you to divinity and abundance and unlimited ideas, even of thought. You know what I'm saying? Nobody ever thought in, like, I don't know, 1950 that we would be running around with handheld computers, aka cell phones. Like, nobody knew that. They would have said they was crazy if they would have said, but somebody thought of that shit and then it happened. And that's exactly how everything else goes. So when you realize that and you start to become the creator of your own reality to a certain degree, because we can't control everything, things really can change. And I'm gonna tell you, you got to do the work of equalizing and balancing that root chakra and that crown chakra. And right now we're being tested in those areas, and you're either going to pass or fail. You know what I'm saying? The choice is yours. You can refuse to do the work, refuse to face yourself all you want to. It's your choice. It's your world. You know, I'm not here to dictate what you should do with that. But I will say there are things that you can do. There's people like me who you can go to. You know, I do think that everyone should be in therapy. If you're not in therapy, you should have a regular spiritual counselor that you go to, or reader that you go to check in with, because everybody needs somebody objective to just hold space for them with these thoughts and emotions. We're going through a tough time. So that's it, you guys. Freedom versus fear. Freedom versus fear. Freedom versus fear. Pay attention and wake up. Pay attention and wake up. Okay? Anybody have tarot questions that y'all want me to pull for? If not, I'm just going to do like a message from Mars pull, and then I'm going to get out of here. Hello to everyone that joined the live. Thank you so much for joining, you guys. Engagement, share, comment, invite your friends, please. I'm gonna try to do more video. I don't know why. It's just awkward for me to come on video. A lot of people don't believe that because they're like, oh my God, you're so cute and, you know, you just flow. But like, this is after like almost a year of me doing consistent lives every Wednesday. And now I need to do more videos, or Spirit is telling me you need to, you know, when you get these downloads, you need to give them and stop waiting to when you feel like it's convenient. Like the message I posted yesterday about, you know, not moving when Spirit says move. But I need to do video more, and I am. But I need y'all's support because I'm doing this. This is my baby. This is my business. And I have gone back to the drawing board and retweaked and revamped all of my products to a point where I'm like, okay, it's perfect. I love them. And then I'm releasing them out to you guys. The glosses are bomb. Absolutely love them. Butters, bomb. Absolutely love them. Oils, bomb. Absolutely love them. The smells, the scents, I should say, bomb. So shop my products. You will not be disappointed. But also book my services. But yeah, if none of y'all have tarot questions, I'm going to just pull from these decks for a message from Mars. I'm gonna pull 4 cards from 4 different decks, and we gonna see what happens. Shadow work, shadow work, shadow work. Yes, indeed, shadow work. Absolutely. Do y'all hear Monica in the background? I do not own the rights to this music. Y'all, the older I get, the more freaking mold I get. So I've always had this one and this one. Like, they've always been there. But the rest of these moles, like, I even have one up here that's covered with concealer. It's like right here. They're everywhere. They're freaking everywhere. And I'm like, how many am I going to end up having? Like, are they just going to be, am I going to be just, because I'm already covered in them, but it just makes me wonder. Makes me wonder. No me without you. Y'all better be glad I can't sing.
So I get to hear it. It's beautiful. Let them hear it.
Girlfriend, don't start with your shit, okay? Don't start. Y'all see, she always gotta talk shit. Wouldn't be right if she ain't talk shit. Y'all, I have a lot of ass hair, and I'm tired of doing it. And I know I keep saying I'm gonna lock my hair, but
She ain't about that life though.
I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet.
She ain't about that life.
Maybe when I turn 30, because I'm girlfriend. Stop being ghetto.
She ain't about that life though.
Come here, let me see your locks. Come here, let me show off my work on live. Come here. Let me show off my work. Ain't nobody calling y'all. Look at the dogs rolling up on me. Y'all, my whole entire Sunday, I was doing her damn head. But I think I did a good job. Oh, your hair smells so good. It smells like black seed oil and peppermint. Okay.
Hey y'all.
Okay. I got all of our cards, guys. So, we have the Two of Pentacles. We are carrying a whole lot, okay? There's a lot that we're juggling, a lot that we have to do, a lot of different roles that we have to play, a lot of different angles that we have to combat, and it's just a lot. And sometimes we have to figure out what coin we need to drop in the water, you know, and what's worth juggling, you know, which part of the work is actually beneficial to you and which is not. I got the Oracle deck finally to go with the cards that you love, Dana. We have the House, speaking of, from that deck. It speaks to stability, security, root chakra, like I was telling you guys earlier, stabilizing that aspect. So here again, I just told you guys, choose what you're starting fires for wisely. Choose what's initiating your action wisely. This is going to determine your stability, your security, your commitment level, how stable your roots feel, okay? Be patient with yourself in the process. Again, do not just take action to take action or start fires to start fires. Wait for things to play out first. It's not time yet. Then we have the black egg card. I'm going to read this to you guys, but it speaks about the throat chakra and saying what you mean, meaning what you say. No one still has any tarot questions? I actually feel like being on video with you guys, so I'm not in a rush to get off. I don't normally be so awkward. I'd be nervous. I don't know. I'd be like, okay, guys. Okay, so the black egg contains one of life's treasures, the truth. Inside of it resides no confusion, excuses, small talk, noise, or lies. See that Mercury and Scorpio energy? Here we go. This living and breathing vessel harbors only that which rings true. When this essence is in balance, we speak slowly and clearly. We are drawn to activities like writing, reading, teaching, singing, or perhaps public speaking. Sound draw us in, books draw us in. The concept of truth itself draws us in. We start asking questions like, what do I know to be true about myself, and what is true about the world? When the energy of the black egg is not yet accessed, we speak from an unsure place. We say things others want to hear, gossip, or repeat stories just to justify our subpar behavior. We might even try to convince ourselves that we have no inner truth at all. The energy of the black egg hovers and awaits for us to reconnect. See, all of this is Mercury and Scorpio. First of all, Mercury is about communication. I talked to y'all about Mercury last time, but Scorpio is all about the truth and pulling out the bullshit and the depth, okay? Available at every moment in every situation, it's the epicenter of the truth, the birthplace of our voice. The subtle essence of this card resides at the base of the throat. The ancient sages saw this center as the hub that governs our speech and expression. The balance of this center is important for all of us, but it is especially essential for writers, editors, musicians, and teachers. So I feel like, as a whole, the message from Mars is reevaluate the things that you're committed to, okay? Because you're committed to too many things right now. It's feeling like too much on your plate, and you need to decide what's meaningful for you, what's adding to you. And hey, cut it. Girlfriend, why are you hyping them up in the middle of my live?
I'm sorry, I just wanted to play. Y'all go to your room.
What's meaningful for you?
Go.
What's basically what you want to devote your time and energy to, that adds to your dream and adds to who you authentically are and what you're here to do. And everything else needs to go, because you're juggling all these things right now and you're feeling overwhelmed right now. And it's sometimes it's worth it if the things that you're doing are worth it. But if not, and you're just doing shit to do shit, or filling a void, or feed into that cycle of complacency and compliance, you need to reevaluate. Okay, so that's message number 1. Message number 2, get your house in order. Okay, get your house in order. Balance and open up that root chakra. Okay, the stability, the security, the self-esteem, the firm roots, the strong ability to communicate and evaluate your relationships. Okay, be patient with the process. Be patient with the people that you love, and be patient with yourself. Wait. And then say what you mean what you say, and accept your own truth. Don't deny your own truth. Don't deny other people's truths. Accept the truth for what it is. There's a lot of truth being revealed right now, and people don't want to admit it. People don't want to accept it. Everyone wants to cling to what they feel like they know, what they feel like they've always known. And we off that. We off that, babes. We're moving into a new dimension, a new time, a new energy. And you're either going to get in line or you're going to get knocked down. And that's just that. Especially with Mars and Aries, okay? So fear versus freedom, crown versus root, okay? That's where we're at. That's all I have to say in terms of my notes. Again, start with your ancestors. I don't know why y'all trying to do spiritual work without venerating your ancestors. That's crazy. I don't know why you're doing that. That's all I have to say, you guys. If y'all don't have any questions for me, I'm going to go ahead and get off. I will be live tomorrow at 9 p.m. with the rest of the Astro Teas. Even though I basically already said it all in this video. So I'll probably start talking about aspects a little bit and what aspects are important right now. And then just do readings for y'all. So if you have friends that want readings but they can't afford to book me, tell them to join my live tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central, and they can get themselves
Because that's
a free
the only
reading.
time they gonna get them free.
That's the only time that they gonna get them free. So come on, load the live up tomorrow. It's probably gonna be full of readings anyway. I don't mind that. I don't have a lot to say about astrology. I feel like I give y'all enough information when I come on here and say what I say. But I am, of course, gonna honor what I do every Wednesday, which is the Astro Teas for my babies. Okay, so join me live tomorrow. Thank you guys for joining tonight, and I hope you all have a wonderful Wednesday. Ain't my roses pretty? Look. Shake your groove thing, shake your groove thing, yeah. No, but for real. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Good night. Babe, you trying to, what you doing? You trying to be in the live? Come on. Your hair did. You off? Come on. Come on. Y'all, she off for our anniversary is, when is it, Saturday?
You want to act like you don't know what day it is?
I know what day it is. I just don't know I know what date it is. I just don't know what day.
It's on Saturday, guys.
So our anniversary is on Saturday, the 31st. Also, my grandpa's birthday. If you guys don't know, my grandpa just passed in August. And so I'm excited to create a new memory for this day because we're having like a jam-packed anniversary, which we have not yet done. But she's off and she's excited and I'm excited. So yeah, we'll see y'all tomorrow. Good night.